Hi YouTube. Today's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's weigh-in day. It's now been 3 weeks on my diet, 21 days, and I have to confess, as horrible as this is, I was a little disappointed. After losing huge amounts of weight the first 2 weeks, I expected to lose about 5 pounds last week. And based on Sunday, my unofficial weigh-in, I did. But then fast forward to Monday morning, which is when I officially weigh in, and I was only down 3.2 pounds. A year from now, I will be delighted if I lose 3.2 pounds in a week. 2 years from now, it'll be amazing. But right now, I can't help but confess, how fickle we are, that something that satisfied us before and will satisfy in the future, it doesn't satisfy right now. And I was kind of wondering, what does the Bible say about disappointment? And I found, I was looking through, and I found the prophet Habakkuk. Now he lived, and I really hope that's how you pronounce it, I'm not totally sure, but he lived about 2,400 years ago. And in Habakkuk 3, verses 17 and 18, he wrote this: "Though the fig tree does not bud, and there are no grapes in the vines, though the olive crop fails, and the fields produce no food, though there are no sheep in the pen, and no cattle in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord, I will be joyful in God my Savior." The truth is, it's not me. I got inspired, but really God is the person who has taken away my compulsion to overeat that previously had just so dominated my life. So, although I didn't officially lose 21 pounds in 21 days, unofficially I did. And that is a miracle. Thank you. Now, what I'd like to talk about today is something that I saw on a website named Quora.com. Quora.com, I think. It's a question site, and it's a little annoying. They force you, if you want to read anything on there, they force you either sign up for their site or log in with Facebook or Google. And because they do have that requirement, what you get are users who typically are not, sometimes they'll be anonymous, but a lot of times you'll see them writing their own names, using their own names. People ask questions and others answer, and I found this one was really interesting and I thought very applicable to my situation. Someone asked, "What is it like to be an alcoholic?" A man named Jeffrey answered, and I want to read one paragraph from his answer and then his conclusion. "Later that week, I came to with auditory hallucinations. I fell out of bed and did a foolish thing for a practicing alcoholic. I said a prayer I didn't mean to a God I didn't believe in, asking for help I knew that I didn't deserve, and I got it. I haven't wanted a drink since that moment, not once, not a little bit. I have felt the greatest joy and most abject despair of my entire life since that moment, but I have always known that drinking would neither curtail the pain nor extend the pleasure. A friend once pointed out that I used alcohol in all situations. I replied, when the only tool you own is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail." This really spoke to me. I'm not an alcoholic. I did grow up, when I was a young child, my dad was an alcoholic, so I have some experience with that, but I do know about addiction. I know about addiction to overeating. I know about saying a prayer to God, asking for help that I knew I didn't deserve. And right now, I really hope that his line, "I haven't wanted a drink since that moment, not once, not a little bit," I really hope that that's the truth for me with my compulsive overeating. We'll see. As his friend pointed out that he used alcohol in all situations, well, when the only tool you own is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. For me, when I was bored, I would eat. When I was tired, I would eat. Certainly when I was depressed, I would eat. When I was happy, I would eat. When I was lonely, I would eat. When I would do anything, I would want to eat. And luckily, fortunately, I'm blessed because God has already in these last 3 weeks made a huge change in my life. And the funny thing was, I didn't even explicitly ask for it. It just happened. So Jeffrey ends his response with this. What is it like to be a practicing alcoholic? Eventually, it becomes lonely, degrading, confusing, and self-indulgent. What is it like to be a recovering alcoholic? Miraculous. What is it like to be a practicing overeater? Lonely, degrading, embarrassing, self-indulgent, shameful. What is it like to be a recovering overeater? Miraculous. Thank you. I'll see y'all next Sunday.